I am kind of intimidated right now. I mean, WWE, Seth Rollins, and
I was
yes,
gonna say, yeah.
no, and of course, Renee Manfredi, who is doing outstanding work with Special Olympics, which is near and dear to my heart. And you, Adam Hoge, by the way. Welcome to CHGO yes.
No, I was going to give you credit. You've done some good stuff with Special Olympics, so this is good.
I had one of the coolest experiences of my media life was going to Orlando for the World Games and seeing what goes on behind the scenes and how they support the Special Olympic athletes. Incredibly cool. And Seth, obviously, I mean, you got a busy life, but yet you're partnering right here, so it obviously means a ton to you as well. So why don't we start there before we get into your diehard Bear fan?
Yeah,
this is what we're going to hit.
It's just it's a cool opportunity for us as WWE superstars. Really a privilege, really, to be able to help out. You know, we've been talking earlier a lot about inclusion and about opportunity and just not being on the sidelines of life, man. She had this amazing line earlier about the sidelines of life and how, you know, the Special Olympics and the World Games offers an opportunity for people to not have to do that. And for us to be able to be a part of that, to help facilitate that, it means the world. And it's really, that's the core of what we do, right? It just puts smiles on people's faces at WWE. And to be able to partner with Special Olympics, to be able to do that on a regular basis, it's our honor and our privilege.
Well, and Renee, it's the community, but it's also the competing. Y'all aren't playing around out there now. I know victory is of the utmost importance, but it's very much. I mean, you are there not just to play around. You're not just to compete, but to win.
Well, yes, we do like to win. What athlete doesn't? But it's more than that. It's about community. It's about ohana, as we say in Hawaii, which is family. It's about the competition of sports, friendly competition. Everybody's a friend. It's just getting together and just having fun. And yes, we do like to win our medals. But I think this being a part of something where you are the one out there on the playing field. You're no longer excluded. You're no longer on the outside looking in. That's really the big thing for me.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. But now, you also have been getting a lot of buzz with Bears fans because you're like number one Bears fan these days. It seems like. I know you love football.
Love football.
You love Justin Fields.
Love Justin Fields. Love the Bears. Sometimes, some weeks I love them, some weeks I don't.
Well, yeah,
it's a love-hate relationship.
Yes.
It's a thin line. There's a thin line, really.
So what? Now, there's this ridiculous take out there. We're not in on it at all, but the idea of trading Justin Fields,
right?
Drafting. So if that were to happen tomorrow, what would you do?
I would shake my head. That's what I would do. I would tisk at the Bears organization and their front office, and I would shake my head. All right? The kid has put it all on the line for you for 2 years. He deserves the opportunity. He's proven himself capable of being a leader, being a top quarterback in this league, and you got to give him the opportunity. You got to go out and work for him the way he's been working for you. You know, that idea, like you said, I'm out on it too. You can't be trading this guy. You can't be. What are you talking about, man? It's not like these quarterbacks grow on trees, dude. These special type talents, you don't just come across them every draft, every 2 drafts. He's a special dude, and you got to find what he's good at, which we know, and you got to cultivate that by building a team around him, and you've got an opportunity to do that this year with the draft and free agency and all the cap space. It's there for the taking, man. Grab it. Seize the moment.
WWE superstar Seth freaking Rollins. When did the Freakin start? How did that come to be?
I don't know. But we put it on. I think I said it in a promo like 7-8 years ago or something like that. They put it on a T-shirt. People liked it. Then it went away. Somehow it came back, and now it's just been my adopted middle name. You know, it's like Bret the Hitman Hart. You know, Seth freaking Rollins. Same thing.
What's
Ish.
You gotta live up to that, though. That's a persona now.
Do you not think this jacket? You don't think these glasses, or you don't think this hair is living up to it? We're living up to it, right? We're living up to it, man.
I think you're crushing it, is what I think.
There you go. Respect. And even if you just said that out of fear, I'm fine with that too. Just proof that we're doing our job over here.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Well, I'm always a little terrified of people that are twice my size and have that gene that you guys have to go out there and do it, by the way.
Yes. We do share that in common. You go out there, you put it all on the line, baby.
Where does that come from?
Where does that come from? Where does your drive to compete come from? Do you know?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think my confidence comes from my faith in God. I always pray before a game, and even though I'm scared, I've gone up against teams that are really good compared to my team. Well, it doesn't matter whether you're good or not. It's just, you're out there to support your team. I think that's my drive. I'm a teammate. I'm here for my team, and if I'm not playing at my best, I'm letting my team down, and that's not gonna look good at all. So that's mostly my drive, my faith, and remembering this is a team sport.
That's fabulous.
That's a good message.
So wrestling's not a team sport.
Yeah.
I mean, it is in some ways, right? We're all working together. But I think for me, the goal has always been, wrestling found me, or I found wrestling at a young age, and I kind of, lost it and found it again as a teenager. But it always sort of presented itself to me in moments of need where I felt like maybe I was a little bit lost, and it was always sort of like my guiding light. It saved me from, kind of bouts of depression at times. As in my adulthood, it's really given me everything that I have that's pretty good in my life, a wife, a baby, a future. But the one thing is I always wanted to make the audience, and kids especially, felt how I felt when I was their age watching WWE, and you kind of give them that outlet.
Well, your wife, Becky, is also a wrestler.
Indeed. The
So
best.
That's right. So that's, how often does this happen? That's not a normal thing here. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're fairly rare, I would say.
Yeah. And she's of Irish descent, right? So you kind of had to introduce her to the Bears world. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say so. She was not. She's not an American football aficionado. I had to bring her. She married into being a loser. I apologize to her for that profusely. Luckily, she doesn't really know the difference. So it's great. And then there's only one way to go, which is up, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking to the future. But yeah, she's very supportive. She allows me my space every Sunday because I need about 10 to 15 minutes to relax. Renee here, her brother-in-law, big Bears fan, right? And
Is that right?
She said she always asks him after the games, like, "Hey, why? Why do you do this? Why don't you just change teams?" And that's I get that from Becky all the time. But it's loyalty, man. It's loyalty.
Yeah,
that's why when we reach the mountaintop, if that happens again in my lifetime, it'll mean that much more. That dedication, that loyalty, that's family, that's togetherness.
That's exactly right. Jumping on something. I'm whatever. I'm a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan out of nowhere. That just sucks. Let's be honest.
No, yeah, you can't do that, man.
Special Olympics is not about that. It's about heart. It's about believing, rising up. Which
we have a teammate. I got to get this question. One
sorry.
of our teammates,
Okay.
Who's a huge WWE fan,
Yep.
and he wanted us to ask you if your song or the Super Bowl Shuffle or the Bear Down song is sweeter.
I mean, my song's pretty sweet. I think the Super Bowl Shuffle would be pretty difficult to get 70,000 people singing in unison.
Yes.
Mine, on the other hand, very singable. So I think we got WrestleMania coming up here in April 1st and 2nd. One of those nights I'll be performing, and I promise you'll hear however many 75,000 people singing to my song, not the Super Bowl Shuffle. So just saying, Shuffle's great. Seth Rollins' song, little bit better.
You forgot to ask. We just talked to Jim McMahon. You forgot to ask him if he could still sing his part of the Super Bowl Shuffle.
are you a Super Bowl Shuffle nut? Do you know verses?
So I was born in 1986.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, you
So,
missed
You're
it.
a year older than me.
Well, all right, fantastic. When were you born? What's your birthday?
1985,
Oh, wow. What month?
September.
September. Okay. So not quite a year. I'm May '86. So we're in the same year, man. I like that a lot. That's cool. But yeah, no, I know nothing. I know no lyrics.
It's okay. It's okay. I just
I failed. We did a TikTok video at our company recently, and I was supposed to know the lyrics. I didn't know any of them.
For the record, I wimped out. I didn't think that Jim would want to sing it, so I didn't ask it,
Yeah.
and he probably wouldn't have. So I probably was actually correct. But now I feel at least like ask. I think you got to ask the question. All right, I just because you touched on mental health just for a second there. I'm just wondering, when you're out there, it's got to be the high of all highs, and you got to come back down and live like regular life. How do you sort of balance your existence, if you will?
It's tough, man. I won't lie to you. There's endorphins involved with what we do, and you go out there and you get that high from performing, and to come down off that, and then you go home for a few days, you really got to manage it because you start to kind of crave it a little bit. You start to crave that experience and that camaraderie and that connection with your audience and all that stuff. And when you don't have it, it can become difficult. The one thing that that I do feel fortunate that I have is a really solid base. It's part of the reason that I still live in Iowa, where I grew up. So my family's there because I think home is important. Having a sense of who you were before you were somebody else is important, so that you can come back to that, you can stay grounded, and you're going to come back to a place where people know you as you and not as this larger than life sort of figure. And so I have that. In spades, I'm very fortunate to have that.
As a Hawk, I feel you.
There you go.
Great state about it. I know you got to go, but I got on the way out here. Which Bears player? We got to ask these questions really. Which Bears player would fit best with the Shield?
Oh, with the Shield, current or all time?
Let's go current.
Current Bears player best with the Shield. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna say Jack Sanborn.
Oh, that's our.
nice.
See, I'm the Badger, so Sanborn's my guy.
Yeah, because he's just like, you know what I mean? That intensity. He's got that intensity, that intangible intensity.
Yeah, you just nailed. That was a 100 right there. Who would be worthy of teaming?
Who wants to?
That's, by the way, that's one of his nicknames in the ring.
Don't
mess.
That is.
You could go all time too if you want.
No, I'll stick with the now. I'll say Eddie Jackson, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because he's the Hawk man. He visionary architect. He sees things before they happen. You know what I'm saying? So he's got that. As a safety, you got to have those eyes. You got to be able to see what's going on.
Yo, CHGO Bears, you seeing this? This is not real. This is not fake. This is some real fandom right here. The diehard.
I mean, for him to pull Sanborn out right away was
it's incredible.
We're good.
And by the way, last one, Raw's coming to Allstate on April 24th.
Let's go.
You gonna be there?
I'll be there. If Raw's there, I'm there, baby. Let's go. Chicago. Last time I was there. Was the last time I was there the Hell in a Cell match, maybe, with Cody Rhodes, the infamous Hell in a Cell match? I don't know. Chicago, always been good to me. I love the city. I love Allstate. Let's party.
April 24th. We'll see you there. Renee, great to be with you as well. And
Thank you.
Congrats with everything that's going on at Special Olympics.
Absolutely. And you asked me a question earlier. It's really my faith in God and remembering where these opportunities come from that give me the drive I need to compete.
That's
awesome.
I love it. I love circling back to that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. CHGO Bears hitting it up with Seth Rollins and Renee.